being a vulnerable leader, I need to talk about myself.
Right.
Because there is something to gain for me.
Would you tell me your weakness? Because I'm starting to do that too. Like, yo, I struggle in this area.
Oh, yeah, 1,000%.
Yeah, but that's vulnerability, though.
Yeah, 1,000%. But you have to do that the right way, too, because they want it to feel like the blind leading the blind.
Man, I think it's different, though, with our generation, man. My vulnerability allow for somebody else's strength to show up.
But for us, being faith-driven millennial leaders,
For sure.
we have to lean on God.
For sure.
And what that looks like for us is that
Man down.
man down, bum ba ba bum bum ba ba bum bum ba ba bum. My little guns. All right, let's go.
We was going, bruh.
Oh yeah. Oh.
They called all that, Mike.
All that. Okay. All right. Here's what it is. I'm goofy, but I don't know what you say. What you want me to do?
Me too, bro. It's so cool being older now. I could be lame.
Yeah.
I ain't got to be cool no more.
I think about all the things that we used to like care about in the past, right? Like reputation.
Yeah.
Girls.
Bruh.
Like, we got kids, bro.
I'm so glad I ain't in high school, bro.
Yeah.
I used to be the quiet one in high school, bro. But anyway, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm
still quiet.
You still quiet? I'm quiet too.
Yeah.
But I'm not as. I was so uptight. I was so serious with myself, man, because I had to be cool. Yeah. But now I don't care. It's like, I get it now. Like, I used to see my dad. It's like, the older you get, the less you care. I don't care, really. But yeah, go ahead, bro. My bad. Sorry.
All right, man. Let's get into it, man.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Welcome to another episode of Be More to Do More podcast, where we help millennial leaders. I don't know. I can't get it right. I'm gonna get one of these days. I'm gonna get it.
Hey, man, bear with us. We go in a different direction, man.
We empower millennial leaders.
Yeah.
Faith-based, faith-driven, something. So shout out to y'all for being here. Oh, because it's really amazing.
They gonna rock with us anyway, because we millennials.
Yeah, like bro, the stuff we about to, especially this episode.
Yeah,
it's definitely the most vulnerable that I've been in my podcasting journey.
Oh, so, man, let's go.
So let's jump into it.
Let's
man.
go.
I'm gonna start with the lyric of the week. Lyric of the week today comes from Rihanna, and she says, "What started as a simple altercation turned into a sticky situation."
Man,
and so today's episode is going to be about vulnerability.
Okay,
and leading as a vulnerable leader, which I don't always do, just so you know, but I'm working to get there.
Man.
Right? So,
yeah.
And this is just a part of that vulnerability tree,
right,
of hope that we're climbing today. So,
okay. All
right, story time. So I had a situation when I got to a branch manager pretty quickly in my career, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like 2 years, 3 years in the company. I was a flagship branch manager, which basically saying like, you run the biggest store in the city, and you're the top dog in that. The
store. Man.
So I get there, and I haven't had much leadership experience up to this point.
Right.
And I really didn't understand like being a leader and understand leading people and a team and all that. Like I knew that, I needed to take care of them essentially, right? But I didn't really know how to take care of them. Did that make sense, right?
Yeah.
So there's a situation, right? And how do black women feel about their hair?
Black women?
Yeah.
They serious about their hair?
Serious about their hair, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't know how serious black women were about their hair.
What?
And so this situation happened where there's a customer that came in and was like, "Oh, your hair is so pretty," and then like he touched her hair, and she came back in and she was like, "He just touched my hair," but she didn't say it in a way that was alarming to me. Like that was like a real problem,
right?
And I just didn't realize it was that big of a deal, right?
Right.
And because she kind of like laughed about it too, like a little bit. So I was like, "Oh man, that's crazy! Like, why would he do that? You know, like just kind of like laughed it off essentially, right?
Right.
And so you know, didn't think nothing of it, whatever, for real, right?
Was the guy black or
Simple
white?
altercation, huh?
Was he black or white?
I think it was a black guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was a black guy. It was like, it wasn't nothing like, it was, you know how you know, other people come in like you're a pet or like you're a museum. Like it wasn't nothing like,
okay.
It wasn't nothing like that.
All
right.
right. Just making sure.
That's why I'm saying like it wasn't nothing that I felt super alarmed by.
Okay.
But you know, looking back on it, right? Like, okay. Yeah. Okay. So that was a simple altercation. All right. Something else happened with a different employee, and it turned into a really sticky situation. Right?
Oh man!
And I think I spoke about this on the pod before, but you know where they had to do an investigation regarding this situation, that sticky situation that happened, and during this, everything worked out. I'm still employed, right?
Of course.
You know, just a misunderstanding of what you want to call it, whatever, right? During the investigation though, because like my character's on trial at this point, right? And during the investigation, and the person, the girl that got her hair touched, right? She said this. She's like, yeah, I mean, Henry's, you know, he's great. You know, but he's more like a friend than like a boss. Like he's like more of like, you know, like my friend than like my boss. And she replayed the situation with the guy touching her hair.
Right.
Just like, he just kind of laughed about it. Like it was kind of like, so from that moment, I didn't realize this until like recently, right? Like how, because taking a pause, being able to pause and like really identify it, right? I didn't realize how much that simple situation, that simple altercation has affected my entire leadership career and the way that I interact with my employees, because I never want somebody to say that I'm not doing my job.
She was older than you?
Younger than you? Yeah.
Oh man, I would expect that from somebody older. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because I think how I feel is that somebody older have more expectations than I don't know. But dang, bro.
But again, I don't think she meant it in a way. Like she didn't mean it in a way. You know, it's just, you know, you're young, you just kind of just say it.
Right.
But obviously, like when you say it, somebody else could perceive it a different way.
Right.
It kind of came to me that way.
It turned you into the Red Incredible Hulk. Dang. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, go see Captain America.
Captain America, because I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's whack,
but yeah, essentially, so like, I'll put two and two together because you said the serum in the last episode. And so I guess he used the serum and then he realized, or the other guy realized, that I'm better because I'm myself. Dang.
That ain't it. Nah.
All right. Nah. But anyway.
Yeah.
So
good analysis.
try to make it. So like now, now in, my leadership journey, it's okay, how can I get back to who I was before this simple altercation? And that's really where like, I really wanted to bring it to the pod and get your thoughts on it, just like on what that looks like, because you just don't realize that one thing has, now don't get me wrong, it's made me like, we have incredible performance. Right. It's a lot of great things. Like, it's a lot of great things that we're doing. Right. But I realized that, I just realized that in order for me to, not gonna say get to the next level, because I think I don't necessarily need it to get to the next level, right, but I want my team to feel like, I want everybody on my team, not just some people, right? Mm-hmm. Like I want every single person, which may be an impossible task to do too, right? I don't know, but I want every single person to feel like I'm vulnerable and that I'm, like I'm open enough, You don't
think you're vulnerable?
I think I am, but not to the degree that I want to be.
I think you're super honest.
Yes, very true.
You know what? I see that in Hank, bro. I'm like, bro, you are brutally honest.
Yeah, he a little. Gotta wind it back a little bit.
Bro, he is. I said, I see your daddy, boy. He was like, yeah, I think my wife made some breakfast, right? He was like, it was good at first, and then you put that stuff on, it just started getting nasty. And I was like, and she was like,
dang, Quattro.
And he said it but he said it in a way like it was okay.
Yeah.
I love that though.
Yeah.
Like keep that. You know what I mean? I love that. But anyway,
well, see, there's a difference between being honest and being vulnerable.
Really?
Like that's the thing, right? Like, cause to me, that's what I thought. Like, okay, like I'm very open. Like, if somebody asks me a question,
yeah, you are.
Like,
yeah.
I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna not tell you.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I'm
you
give
are.
you whatever you're asking for, right? But sometimes, like when you're leading a team, you have to be the person that's like volunteering information. And I'm not really a big volunteer.
Oh, I see.
Right, so which can make it seem like I'm not vulnerable. You know,
man, I think I need to get a better understanding of what vulnerable is. Let me look that up, man. Let me go to Google, man. What is vulnerability? Because I see you as, I feel like one of the things that makes me like comfortable around you is that, one, you don't take yourself too serious
at all.
I love it because my dad is that way. Two, you're truthful, so I know that if I need an opinion, an honest opinion, I can ask you. So I'm like, with no fluff or like it was good. I know I ain't gonna get that from you. I know I'm gonna get, if you say it's good, we good. You know what I mean? Like that's what I like. So I don't know if I know what the right definition is. It says susceptible to physical or emotional attack or harm.
That's it. That might be it though, because like, again, I'm not gonna.
A person in need of special care, support, or protection because of age, disability, or risk of abuse or neglect. That makes sense. Okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So I'm gonna tell you 100% where I'm not as vulnerable.
It's making sense
because remember we were just talking about the beginning of this actually, and we was talking about high school. You said high school you were quiet.
Yeah.
Quiet?
Yeah.
And I said I'm still quiet.
Yeah.
Like, cause like, here's what I understand. I also understand that like, there's a way that you have to act in a professional environment.
No, for sure.
And you cannot be like, as much as everybody wants to like say, oh, you want to be your authentic self and all that. There's an aspect of like, I want you to be yourself, but sometimes your authentic self is not professional. Right? Like I joke around a lot. I probably say some stuff I probably shouldn't say. Right. Necessarily but like it's not serious because I don't take situations serious. Everything is a joke for me. Everything is a joke. Like it's like, that's how I grew up though. Like I grew up like, me and my brothers, me and my brother and my cousins, like we joke about everything. Me and my best friend, like we joke about everything. Anything that happens in life, bro, like we're not gonna allow it to affect us in a negative way. We're gonna look at it and we're gonna find the comedy in it. That's just how we're wired, right? But that's, again, in a professional environment, that's not always accepted, right?
That's interesting, man, because I just read an article about millennials, man. I think we yearn for something like that though, authenticity in the working environment. I think we want to show up our authentic self, especially us black people, man. Because I feel like I really don't like going the black and white route. Because I'm black, so I can't speak for. If you're white, I'm sorry, but I'm black, so I can't speak, about your experience. But me coming from the hood, man, and it's certain things we can't say, or certain verbiage we can't use, or certain colloquialisms. Did I say the word?
Colloquialisms.
Yeah, certain
colloquialisms.
Yeah, that we can't say, without being, I ain't gonna say offensive, but we have to put on our voice. We have, what we call it?
Voice.
Yeah, we got to do that. We just got to do that. So I get it, man. But I think we do yearn for that though, right? Do we? Do we?
Yeah, like because I'm a millennial, right? And I want to be, and I tell this in every interview. I tell like every single person, I'm like, hey, be your authentic self.
Yeah.
Like, because I don't want, and this is why I always tell them, and it's just true. It's just so real. I don't want to hire you
Right.
based on who I think you are.
Who you showing up as?
Who you're showing up as.
Yeah.
Leave your representative at the door.
Right.
Like, be your true self. And I'm never gonna not hire somebody because they're being their authentic self.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like, and I also tell them, hey, because I'm gonna be my authentic self.
No, for sure.
Like I don't do and I tell them like I don't do the stuffy button up, just straightforward.
Right.
Like I'm gonna ask you a question. If it don't line up, I'm gonna tell you it don't line up, and we're gonna have a conversation about like why this don't line up because the X plus Y don't equal Z in your situation, right? So like, and so I think that's where millennials, we do want to be our authentic self. But there's also in the professional world, there's a level of guardedness that you kind of have to have.
That's crazy.
Or adjustment, or like like the great value version of yourself. Like it's still you. It's still the same ingredients.
The generic.
It just ain't as strong. Like you don't put a little water in, a little water down. Has your coffee been sitting with the ice in it for a little bit?
Man,
it's a little water down, right? Because it has to be acceptable for everybody. Like you can't sit here and
that's crazy
and whatever, right? So yeah, like so being able to be vulnerable still. And finding ways and finding different, like I was talking with an employee recently, and we were talking about because again I'm starting to go like real deep with people, and like dig and like, but also as I dig, I'm telling them things about me as well in that process, and that's what I'm like. That's the secret sauce if it is, because I would dig all the time.
Would you tell them your weakness?
What's my weakness?
I was just saying when you talk to them, because I'm starting to do that too. Like, yo, I struggle in this area.
Oh yeah, 1,000%.
Yeah, 1,000%. But that's vulnerability, though.
Yeah, 1,000%. But and that's the thing too, right? Like, you have to do that the right way too, because you never want it to feel like the blind leading the blind. Like you don't know what you're doing, or like, so you have to be careful in that openness.
Man, I think it's different though with our generation, man, because
you got to remember. Millennial leaders are typically not leading millennials. They're leading Gen Z, or they might be in a situation where they're leading. I don't know what the place is before millennials. Who is
X,
boomers and then
X Gen
X
X
was before.
Yeah, Gen X, because we're Gen Y.
Oh,
millennials Gen Y.
Oh,
yeah. So you got Gen X, but see, that's the thing. Like, Gen Z is little brothers, so I don't think they're too far from us. I don't know. Maybe we need to bring one of them on, but I don't think they think like that. I think that's Gen X thinking. Because to be real, like I say, the research, we millennials want to be authentic. Like, we are community based versus, just one authoritative figure. So like, bro, like here, like at the studio, right? Mr. P is really good with the tech stuff. I'm good with tech, but I don't know the IT of it, right? But we have Tay. Tay is younger than I am. Like, and I tell him, bruh, like, I don't know what's going on. So you and Mr. P, y'all could, cause I'm not good at this. But, I do have areas where I am good at. So like as a team, we can excel because we have our strengths and weaknesses. So I think my vulnerability allow for somebody else's strength to show up so we can work together. So it's not like I'm leading you blind. It's like, I know that I have a weakness, but I see your strength. Now, what would be the blind leading the blind if me knowing I have a weakness, but being blinded to it and trying to maneuver in that space, and that's blind leading the blind.
Yeah, and that's a very mature way of looking at it. But you have somebody that's not mature that doesn't really understand that, right?
Yeah.
They don't understand like they, I'm just being, that's just
Yeah, we got to communicate that though.
Yeah,
we got to communicate it.
So it's a part of going deep, and because I and like first day when I hire somebody, bro, I'm finding out everything about them. Like everything about
where your mama stay,
like for
where
real.
your grandma stay.
Like I want to know every single detail about you because like it's gonna be hard for me to coach you and train you and develop you if I don't know anything about you.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is like I need to know if you came from a single parent home. Are you a single, like, are you the only child? Because that matters, right?
Yeah.
How you look at the world is different than somebody that has a lot of siblings.
Right.
Are you the oldest sibling? Are you the youngest sibling? Right. Like I want to, like, what's your relationship with your parents?
Do they give you this information?
Absolutely.
You fine.
Absolutely.
I'd be scared to ask some questions.
No, and it's a lot of, there's a hesitation to it, right? Of course, but it's, I care. I really care about.
Nah, that makes sense.
And
you're confident, and I see that.
Yeah, like, bro, like
I'd be like,
I'm the best in the world at what I do. I feel like I'm just being real. Like bro, like, and this is why I'm the best in the world, though.
No, get in your bag, bro. Get in your bag, bro.
Not because of my ability. It's not because of my ability. I'm not the most talented person.
Right. Okay.
Like I'm not.
Okay.
It is what it is. I don't communicate the best.
Right.
I'm not. It's not because I communicate.
Okay.
Better than who I say is the most dynamic communicator of our lifetime. Bo is the most dynamic communicator of our lifetime. Right. It's not even because like I have this like skill level or anything. It's simple. I'm the best. I'm the best because I care. I care more than anybody else.
I like it.
I care about you personally.
Right.
And like I want to see you be successful like more than anybody else.
And you saying that, I actually believe you.
I'm just that's
because you truthful, like we mentioned.
Like so
yeah.
Because I care so much, like, and I want to see every single person, win.
Right.
It makes it easy to be able to like really understand people and like understand what makes them tick. Now the challenge though is being able to take that information and use it every single time that I'm interacting with that person.
Nah, it makes sense.
And that's where I typically falter sometimes. Is like I get the gist, I get the big picture of who you are, and that's who I manage essentially. But I need to get every single thing, every little detail that you told me, I need to be able to use that, piece that here, piece that there, and that's what makes it, again, even more deeper in connection, a lot better. You know what I'm saying? So like, but at the same time, share how I came up,
right?
How my world, and just how how I grew up as well.
Yeah,
and because I don't do that a lot. I don't open up about myself because, but you know why though? You know why I don't tell? You know why?
Why?
Okay, you read How to Win Friends and Influence People.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember 100% of it, right? Mm-hmm. What do they say about talking? What do they say about people in themselves, like other people in themselves?
They like to talk about themselves more than yeah.
That's why I don't talk about when I'm like, people love to talk about themselves. Mm-hmm. So they don't want to hear about me. So I thought, but I'm learning, being a vulnerable leader, I need to talk about myself,
right? Because
when it comes to, again, in a professional environment, there is something to gain for me,
right?
That that could come off like, oh, you're just trying to move a number,
right? Well, yeah,
you don't genuinely care about me.
Well, ultimately, it is about them.
Yeah, it is.
They need you vulnerable. They need us vulnerable because it breeds compassion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they want to feel that they can be relatable. Or you can be relatable to them.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Bingo.
So it's about them.
Yeah. Yeah. But I missed that part.
Yeah.
I'm learning. I've just,
it just came to me while you talking, so we're good. I'm gonna take this. If y'all don't watch this episode,
it's a good episode, bro.
I'm gonna take this episode myself and keep it in the bag for me, man. Because bro, even you saying all that, man, I'm thinking about even me in ministry and why Chris Ann is hesitant for me to go the pastoral route. Because like the stipulations and the expectations on like pastors and ministers today, and I'm just a normal, and I'm a regular person, bro.
Yeah, man.
You feel me? Like we just got lit last night, bro. Like you know what I mean? Like, I mean, anyway, never mind. But
Good night.
Yeah, it was a good night. We had fun, man. But I'm a regular person, bro. Like I don't care about wearing a robe. I don't care about wearing them little neckties or whatever. I don't care to really talk about God with you like all day. You know what I mean? And because I know people, they see like my TikToks, my Facebook. So when we have a interaction like in person, like they see me online, they start talking about God, which is cool. I get it, especially if I feel them pulling or drawing.
Right.
But to bring, because I have discernment, that to bring it up just for conversation, just because you think that's something, I would want to talk about, which I do. I love talking about God. Don't get me wrong. But don't be false about it. Don't be
right.
You know what I mean?
Don't just say it just to like make conversation.
Yeah. But I'm a regular person who loves God, bro. Like I don't want to be with all these pastors and ministers, and I was even very hesitant about putting minister on my name, but the Lord told me to do it. Because I'm normal. Yeah. I go through stuff too, bro. Like that's what it is. And I think what makes me or allows me to be a minister is it's just my curiosity about who God is. Not that I'm some person who's trying to be grow a mega church or I'm not that guy, bro. Like I even told like, Lord, you talk about ministry, what type of ministry? I don't want to be no pastor. I don't want to, man. Anyway, I just know the expectations that comes with it and all the expectations that's been set before us. So I don't have a desire at all to go that route. So I kind of get what you're saying when it comes to being your true authentic self in a sense.
Yeah.
But I think us being millennials and this is why I like the route we're going with talking to millennials. I think in the beginning we challenged the status quo. We
disruptor, baby.
Yeah, we was disruptive. I think now is the time that we be comfortable and actually sit in our true authentic self so that we can not only evolve personally, but make way for the next generation to evolve to kind of better the generations, and that's going to come through being authentic, being vulnerable. So that I think we have to be comfortable with just that, man. How much more relatable can we be if we are authentic and vulnerable? You know what I mean? Like that's just where I'm at, man.
Man, I couldn't have ended it better myself, man.
Oh, we ending this? I like this conversation.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll revisit it. That's it. That's all it's just, I don't know if we wanted to make some steps on this.
Nah, I like it. But scripture of the week. I actually preached on this. Apostle Paul said that. So if you go to what scripture is it? 2 Corinthians, I think is chapter 11. Don't get me lying, but the scripture is where Apostle Paul said, well, God told Apostle Paul that his strength is made perfect in his weaknesses. And I think we need to change the definition of what being strong is. Being strong is actually being weak, because at the end of that, it says, when you are weak, then I am strong. So I think my ultimate strength would come from his strength. This is why Apostle Paul said, I boast in my weaknesses. Meaning he have to know his weakness, meaning he have to be self-aware to know what his weakness is. Yeah. And being comfortable in it, boasting in it, so that he can find superior strength, which is God's strength. Yeah. You know what I mean? So like, we just got to be comfortable with being vulnerable, being weak, being, insecure. Yeah, we got to be comfortable in that. We human, bro. Yeah. We are human, man. We are not Superman. But we serve
America.
Huh? Or Captain America. What does it, Captain?
Yeah,
That's it.
I got you, baby. I
Hey.
got you, baby. That's what we do, baby. Hey.
That was the point of the movie.
Yeah.
Cause a few times they was like, you're not, what's the last one name? Steve something?
Steve Rogers, ain't it?
Yeah. They was like, you're no Steve Rogers.
Right.
They kept telling him, man, telling this black man he's no Steve Rogers. Steve Rogers had the serum. You know, he was built for it, but you could tell throughout the movie, spoiler alert, by the way, you could tell throughout the movie he was, like, I ain't Steve Rogers. Like, I should have taken the serum, man. I would have been better. But he ended up defeating, the Red Hulk at the end, and just by him being him.
Yeah.
Being vulnerable, being authentic.
And what does that look like for us, right?
Yeah.
The black Captain America, I'm gonna just call him now. I don't know. Anthony Mackie. I don't know what his name is.
He was Tupac
in the show. Tupac, right?
Papa Doc. Papa Doc.
Yeah.
Oh man,
yeah. So, what Captain America did, essentially in the movie, right? He's leaning on himself, right? Mm-hmm. But for us, being faith-driven millennial leaders,
for sure,
we have to lean on God,
for sure.
And what that looks like for us is that kind of goes back to, again, the peace and like really sitting with ourselves to really understand what's going on, because that's where our strength is going to come. I look up, our strength comes from the Lord, right?
Yeah.
That's the scripture, right?
Yeah.
Like that's where it comes from.
Right.
It allows us to be able to when things are not necessarily going the way that we wanted to go, that vulnerability, and we're feeling vulnerable.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, like, shoot, like,
it's a little shaky.
Yeah, like
it's shaky, bro. It's shaky.
How do I tell this person, this right here without it going over the discrimination for sex, religion, age, like
Right.
How do I communicate this message? Like, I know what I want to say to this person.
Yeah.
Right? I know what I can say in order to like what's helped me in my life, but
right.
But it's also being, so that's where you got to lean on God for the wisdom.
Yeah.
To be able to give you the words to say that don't cross over the line.
Nah. So I love it. You just ended that one, bro.
Dang.
Hey, y'all go ahead and like, share, subscribe, hit the bell. Hit the bell, man. Let's get this out of here. Get that What Am I Doing Right, John? Link in the description. We out.
All
right. Peace.
Stick and move, we can get it done. Call it unity, it ain't no way around it. Cultivating, we get motivation from the big guy. We don't play about him. Going hard for the game, showing love on top.